Students. So for your task, I want you to find the mean, variance, and standard deviation of a probability.
Oh no! What will I do? I don't know how to find the mean, variance, standard deviation of a probability.
Haha! Fear not, student! I am here as your helpful math wizard to teach you the basics of the mean, variance, and standard deviation of a probability. So hello students! Are you ready to learn more about the mean, standard deviation, and variance of a given probability? Well then, you have the right teacher. The definition of a mean, variance, and standard deviation. Now let's move on to the definition of a mean. What is a mean? The mean is the average of a data set. It is a measure of central tendency of a probability distribution along median and mode. It is also referred as an expected value. Now what is a variance? A variance is a quantity calculated to indicate the extent of deviation for a group as a whole. It is a mean square difference between each data point and the center of the distribution measured by the mean. Last, what is a standard deviation? A standard deviation is used to determine how far each number is from the mean and from every number in the set. It is a measure of how dispersed the data is in relation to the mean. Do you get that, students? Very good. Well then, let's proceed to finding the formulas and equations of mean, variance, and standard deviation. Let's focus on this table. We have here x, 0, 1, 2, 3. P of x equals to x, 1 over 8, 3 over 8, 3 over 8, and 1 over 8.
Mr. Math Wizard, can you explain what the table is?
Sure, my students. It is a probability distribution table where the x represents the frequency on the table and how often a probability can show. On the other hand, the p of x equals to x represents the probability of the given. Now, let us find the mean of the given table. As you can see here in the table, there is an x as a frequency and there is p of x equals to x as its probability. You can see there that 0 corresponds to the probability of 1 over 8. 1 corresponds to the probability of 3 over 8. 2 corresponds to 3 over 8. And last, 3 corresponds to 1 over 8. To find the mean, you have to memorize the formula of summation, where x is multiplied to p x equals to x. Okay, the frequency multiplied to its probability. As mean is denoted to as a mu. The sign of mu is denoted as mean. It can be interchanged. Now let's proceed to the solution. Summation of x multiplied to p of x equals to x. Let's substitute. X multiplied to the p of x equals x. Let's have the first frequency, which is 0. 0 multiplied to its corresponding probability, 1 over 8. As you can see in the first parenthesis. And the second parenthesis, that would be, what's your guess? Very good. It's the x1 or the frequency 1 multiplied to its corresponding probability, which is 3 over 8. Very good, students. Now, the third parenthesis would be 2 multiplied to 3 over 8. Then last parenthesis, 3 multiplied to 1 over 8. As you can see here, there is plus sign between each parenthesis. Why is that so? Very good, because the solution to find our mean contains summation of everything. So you have to add the first parenthesis, second parenthesis, third parenthesis, and fourth parenthesis. Very good, student. Now, let's perform the given equation. 0 multiplied by 1 over 8 will equals to 0. Very good. 1 multiplied to 3 over 8 is equals to, is it 3/4? No, it's 3/8. Very good. 2 multiplied to 3 over 8 is equals to, very good, 3 over 4. Last, 3 multiplied to 1 over 8 is equals to 3 over 8. Very good, students. Now, let's perform the given equation and add them all. At this part, you will add everything. 0 plus 3 over 8 plus 3 over 4 plus 3 over 8. You add them all up and the sum equals to 3 over 2 or 3 halves, or in decimal point, it is 1.5. So our mean will be 1.5. Our variance has a formula of summation where x minus our mean, which means that our frequency minus our mean squared multiplied to the probability. Variance is denoted as this symbol squared. Okay, you have to memorize the formula of summation x minus mu squared multiplied to p of x equals to x. Let's proceed on finding our variance of the given table. Our solution will be, first, substitute summation of x minus mu squared multiplied to p x equals to x. First, let's have this step by step. X, 0, which is the first x or the first frequency, minus our mean, which is 1.5, squared multiplied to 1 over 8. Next parenthesis, 1, which is the second frequency on the given table, minus our mu or our mean, 1.5, squared, times 3 over 8. On the third frequency, and the third parenthesis, 2 minus 1.5 squared, multiplied to 3 over 8, and last parenthesis, 3 minus 1.5 squared, multiplied to its corresponding probability, which is 1 over 8. Okay, 0 minus 1.5 squared will be equal to 9 over 4. Multiply to its corresponding probability, which is 1 over 8, plus 1 minus 1.5 squared is equals to 1 over 4. Multiply to its corresponding probability, which is 3 over 8. 2 minus 1.5 squared is equals to 1 over 4 multiplied to 3 over 8, plus 3 minus 1.5 squared is equals to 9 over 4 multiplied to 1 over 8. 9 over 4 multiplied to 1 over 8 is equals to, what's your guess? Very good. It's 9 over 32 plus 1 over 4 multiplied to 3 over 8. What's your guess? Very good. 3 over 32 plus 1 over 4 multiplied to 3 over 8 equals to 3 over 32 plus 9 over 4 multiplied to 1 over 8 equals to 9 over 32. We have everything. We have our equation, last equation, so you have to add each fractions in each parenthesis. 9 over 32 plus 3 over 32 plus 3 over 32 plus 9 over 32, which will give us our variance equals to 3 over 4, or in decimal form, 0.75. Now we have our variance. Let's move on to finding our standard deviation. Take note, standard deviation is just the square root of our variance. That's the formula, so you have to memorize it. It's very easy. Okay, what's the formula of standard deviation? Very good, student. It's the square root of our variance. Now let's move on to the solution. Let us substitute the variance, which is 0.75. Square root of 0.75 equals to, what's your guess? Very good. It's 0.866025438, or 0.9 as we rounded it up. Now we have our standard deviation. Thank you and God bless. Now, do it yourself. Find the mean, variance, and standard deviation of the given table. Have fun! Comment down your answer down below.